Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Hey there.
Today we're getting into some really superb ways to say things in English, specifically looking at advanced vocabulary and phrases.
Yeah, the kind of stuff that really makes your English sound more natural and, well, precise.
Exactly, and this actually comes straight from a SpeakDuo lesson. And just quickly, if you're looking to boost your own speaking confidence, SpeakDuo.com is a great place. You can meet people, practice on video calls, really useful stuff.
Definitely worth checking out if you want real practice.
For sure. But right now, let's unpack these phrases. They're great for advanced learners, and they have some interesting nuances.
They really do. It's often those subtle differences that make all the, well, difference.
Okay, first one up. To snuggle in bed. Sounds cozy.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
To snuggle in bed, it means lying really close, warm, comfortable, usually with some affection or just deep contentment.
Right. So how is that different from, say, cuddling or curling up? Aren't they kind of the same?
Good question. They're close, but not quite. See, cuddle often feels more active, like hugging someone, and curl up is more about your body position, like tucking your knees in.
Okay.
But snuggle really emphasizes settling in, that feeling of comfort, warmth, deep relaxation. It's often about being close with something or someone, a person, a pet, even just a really good blanket. It's more about the deep, cozy feeling.
I get it. So it's less about the action, more the feeling of security and peace.
Precisely.
The example sentence makes sense then. On cold days, I love to snuggle in bed with a good book. You're not just lying there, you're immersed in that comfort.
Exactly. It paints a much richer picture than just saying lie in bed.
Yeah.
It conveys that deep contentment. You need like a whole sentence to explain that otherwise.
Yeah, totally. So thinking about you listening.
Yeah.
How do you like to snuggle? Pet, person, blanket? I have to admit, sometimes it's definitely just the blanket for me. Cozy solitude.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, moving from personal comfort to something bigger. Take care of one's heritage. This sounds important. More than just keeping stuff.
It really is. To take care of one's heritage, it means actively, preserving it, respecting it, passing on those traditions, values, history from your background.
So it's not just preserve traditions.
Well, preserve can sometimes sound a bit static, like you're putting something behind glass in a museum. Take care of, though, implies ongoing action, nurturing it, celebrating it, learning, practicing, making sure it stays alive and vibrant for the next generation. It's much more dynamic.
Ah, okay. So it's about living it, really embodying it.
Yes, exactly.
The example highlights that. She takes care of her heritage by learning her native language and celebrating traditional festivals with her family. That's active stuff.
Right. And the nuance here is that sense of responsibility, that ongoing effort. It's not just receiving culture. You're an active steward of it. That's a much deeper commitment than just preserving. It's the difference between, say, saving an old photo and keeping a language alive by actually speaking it.
That really clarifies it. Makes you think, doesn't it? How do you take care of your cultural heritage? Is it speaking a language at home, like the example, or teaching traditions?
Lots of ways to do it.
Okay, next phrase involves a choice, often a kind one, to spare someone from something.
This means preventing someone from experiencing something unpleasant, often out of kindness or maybe just good timing.
So is it the same as protect someone from?
Not quite. Protect is broader, like general shielding from harm. But spare is more specific. It implies a conscious, deliberate decision to withhold a particular negative thing, bad news, an awkward moment.
Yeah.
So they don't have to deal with it right then. It's about preventing a specific instance of unpleasantness.
Gotcha. So the intention is key. It's a targeted act. Like the example, I spared him from hearing the bad news until after his presentation. You actively chose to shield him at that moment.
Exactly. It's considerate. You're giving them a temporary reprieve before they have to face something difficult. It can be really useful in tricky situations.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever spared someone from something awkward? I remember once pretending my phone was ringing with an emergency to rescue a friend from a really bad date. Had to be done.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
All right, let's switch gears from avoiding things to starting things. Go up to someone.
Right. This means physically approaching someone, usually because you want to talk to them, start some kind of interaction.
How's that different from just approach someone?
Well, approach is very general.
Yeah.
A car can approach a junction, right?
Yeah.
But go up to is almost always about people. It implies a direct, purposeful move towards a person with the specific intention of interacting, usually face-to-face. It feels more personal, more intentional.
I see that. Approach is neutral, but go up to has that direct human connection built in. Maybe even takes a little courage sometimes.
Often, yeah.
Like the example, I was too shy to go up to the singer after the concert.
Yeah.
You can feel that hesitation, that moment of deciding whether to make contact.
Exactly. It captures that mix of physical movement and social intention. It's about bridging that little gap to start talking. It signals you're ready to engage. It's a good phrase for like social bravery moments.
Yeah, it is. When is the last time you went up to a stranger? Maybe offering directions or asking something? It does take a bit of confidence, doesn't it?
Sometimes, for sure.
Okay, next one always gets my stomach rumbling. Spreads of food.
Ah, yes. A spread of food is a large, often really impressive variety of dishes. They're laid out, usually for sharing at a meal or an event.
So like a buffet or a feast.
Similar ideas, but again, nuances. A buffet is more about the way it's served people helping themselves. A feast is just a large celebratory meal. But a spread really emphasizes the abundance, the variety, and often how attractively it's all laid out. It gives you a visual of a table just loaded with different options. Generosity.
So it's not just quantity, it's the variety in the presentation. Sounds lush. The party featured an amazing spread of food, from appetizers to desserts. There was something for everyone. That paints a picture. You can almost see the table groaning.
That's the idea. It implies thoughtfulness, celebration. It's more than just food. It's an experience. The word spread itself suggests covering a surface, showcasing everything.
Makes me hungry just thinking about it. What would be in your dream spread?
I'm thinking,
Maybe loads of Mediterranean mezz, definitely some sushi, and, a whole table of French pastries.
that was pretty good to me.
Okay, number 6 is more social. To match someone's energy?
Yeah, this means responding with a similar level of enthusiasm or mood or intensity as someone else.
Is that like mirroring someone's mood?
Close, but mirroring can often be subconscious, like you might unintentionally copy someone's posture or the way they're talking. Matching energy, however, is usually more conscious. It's an active effort to align your own emotional state or enthusiasm level with theirs. You do it to build rapport, connect better, keep the vibe positive. It's a deliberate choice.
Okay, so it's a conscious thing to connect. Like the example. She's always so upbeat and enthusiastic, it's hard not to smile and try to match her energy when we hang out. You actively try to meet her level.
Right.
But I wonder, can that become fake or just tiring? Trying to match someone who's super high energy all the time.
That's a really good point. And it goes back to it being a conscious choice. It's not about faking it, ideally. It's about choosing to engage with their vibe authentically.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can absolutely be tiring. That's why you don't always do it. Sometimes the best thing is to stay calm and steady if matching doesn't feel right or if you just don't have the energy. It's a tool, not a rule.
That makes sense. It's a choice depending on the situation. So for you listening, do you tend to match energy or are you more of a calm and steady type? People often do it to connect, keep things positive.
It varies, right.
Definitely. Okay, here's one I use a lot, especially when I need to think. Take a beat.
Yes. To take a beat. It means to pause, just briefly, before you respond or act. Usually to gather your thoughts, maybe calm down a bit, or just make a more considered decision.
So it's more than just a pause.
Yeah, I think so. Pause is general. You pause a video, right? But take a beat is an idiom. It specifically implies that deliberate, short mental or emotional pause. You do it for self-composure, especially when things are tense or emotional. It's like hitting a mini reset button for yourself.
Right. It feels very self-aware, a moment to regroup. The example is perfect. Before reacting to the criticism, I took a beat to breathe and think through my response. It's about regaining control before you speak.
Exactly. And the real power of it, I think, is that it's not just delaying. It's actively improving your response. It's just strategic pause. Gives you time for critical thinking, emotional regulation, leads to a better outcome, usually. Think about a negotiation someone makes an offer. Taking a beat before reacting gives you crucial seconds.
That's such a good point. It's strategic. I know I've had to do that. Like, in a tricky discussion with a colleague, just taking that breath, that beat, stopped me from saying something I'd definitely regret later.
We've all been there.
Okay, almost done. Our second to last phrase is a great connector. Come to think of it.
Oh yeah, very common. You use this when you suddenly remember something or realize something, usually prompted by the conversation you're having.
So it's like, suddenly remember.
Kind of, but come to think of it is more of a conversational connector. It signals that the memory or realization is happening right now, linked to what was just said. It's like saying, oh, now that you mention it, or, it just occurred to me. It lets you smoothly introduce that new thought.
Yeah, it feels really natural in conversation. Like, come to think of it, I did see her at the store last week. It doesn't feel like a random interruption.
Exactly. It works like a little bridge. It shows you're processing the conversation and connecting dots. Makes the dialogue feel more alive, more spontaneous. It signals, hey, a new piece just clicked.
So useful. Okay, come to think of it, is there something you forgot to do today? Oh, wait, I just remembered I need to reply to that email. Huh.
See? It works.
And finally, the big one, the really evocative idiom. To roll out the red carpet.
Ah, yes. This means giving someone a really special welcome or treatment. Super preferential.
How does it compare to just treat like a VIP?
Well, treat like a VIP is pretty general, right? Good service, maybe a better table. But rolling out the red carpet, that's much more vivid, more dramatic. It suggests something exceptional, elaborate, maybe even ceremonial. It evokes images of actual red carpets, fanfare. It implies a huge effort is being made because the person is incredibly important.
It really does paint a picture. The hotel rolled out the red carpet for the celebrity guests.
Yeah.
You instantly imagine something grand.
That's the power of the idiom, the visual imagery. It's not just good treatment. It's a statement of extreme welcome, respect, importance, going way above and beyond, almost royal treatment.
Yeah, definitely conveys that. Have you ever had the red carpet rolled out for you or felt like it? I had a birthday dinner once at a restaurant where they just went all out, made us feel so incredibly special. That felt like rolling out the red carpet.
Nice. It's a great feeling when that happens.
Okay, brilliant. We've unpacked quite a few phrases there. Ready for a quick quiz to see if it all stuck?
Let's do it.
Don't worry, we'll give you the answers as we go. Question 1. What best illustrates the idea of snuggling in bed? Is it staying seated on the couch while checking your phone, rearranging your room while lying down under the blanket, or lying closely and comfortably in bed for warmth or affection?
Okay, that last one. Lying closely and comfortably in bed for warmth or affection. That really captures the core feeling of snuggle. The comfort, the closeness, the warmth, that deep contentment.
Perfect. Question 2. What does it mean to take care of your heritage? Options. You actively celebrate and preserve your cultural roots. You travel often to escape your family's expectations, or you avoid old traditions to embrace modern values.
That's the first one. You actively celebrate and preserve your cultural roots. Remember, take care of implies that active, ongoing nurturing and participation, not avoiding or just passively preserving.
Got it. Question 3. What does it mean to spare someone from something? Is it you delay giving them an answer to avoid judgment, you protect them from going through something unpleasant, or you challenge them to face uncomfortable truths?
It's the middle one.
Yeah.
You protect them from going through something unpleasant. Sparing is that specific conscious choice to shield someone from a particular negative experience or piece of news.
Right. Question 4. What does it mean to go up to someone? Options. To physically approach someone, often to initiate contact, to observe someone from a distance silently, or to raise your voice while someone enters a room.
Definitely the first option. To physically approach someone, often to initiate contact. It's that purposeful movement towards someone with the intention of interacting.
Makes sense. Question 5. Which scene best represents a spread of food? Is it a single plate of snacks served for a quick midday bite, a variety of dishes set out across a large table for a celebration, or a small takeaway box ordered on the way home from work?
Has to be the middle one.
Yeah.
A variety of dishes set out across a large table for a celebration. A spread is all about that abundance, variety, and often the grand presentation.
Delicious. Question 6. What happens when you match someone's energy? Options. You maintain distance and respond with formality. You focus on your own needs and avoid distractions. Or you adapt to their mood or vibe in a social setting.
It's the last one. You adapt to their mood or vibe in a social setting. Matching energy is that conscious effort to align your enthusiasm or emotional state with theirs to connect better.
Okay. Question 7. What does it mean to take a beat before responding? Is it you give yourself a short pause to stay thoughtful and composed? You immediately speak up without overthinking your words. Or you look for someone else to step in and lead the discussion.
It's the first one again. You give yourself a short pause to stay thoughtful and composed. Taking a beat is that deliberate pause for self-composure and considered thought, especially when things are tricky.
And finally, question 8. Which of the following best reflects ruling out the red carpet? Options. Making sure a guest isn't overwhelmed with attention. Giving someone space to figure things out on their own. Or treating someone with the highest level of attention or respect.
That last one, absolutely. Treating someone with the highest level of attention or respect. That idiom signifies truly exceptional, elaborate, preferential treatment, going way beyond the norm.
Fantastic. Well done if you got those right. And that just about wraps up our deep dive into these really useful advanced English phrases from the Superbly Said lesson.
Yeah, understanding these kinds of nuances, it really does level up your communication. It lets you be more precise, sound more natural, get your meaning across much more effectively than just sticking to basic words.
Totally. So what's the takeaway for you listening? Well, next time you want to talk about being super cozy or how you keep your culture alive or connect with someone's vibe, you've got these great nuanced phrases ready to go.
Which really leads to the question for you. Which one of these phrases are you going to try out this week? Because, actively using them is how they actually stick and become part of your own vocabulary.
Absolutely. And don't forget, for more lessons like this and for that all-important speaking practice with real people, check out SpeakDuo.com.
Keep practicing.
Until our next deep dive, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep exploring the amazing details of the English language.